Hey, here are 5 stupid things I've noticed since last time. Republican governor reaffirms commitment to defending bigotry. Louisiana Governor Bobby Jindal recently wrote a New York Times op-ed where he reaffirms his support for so-called religious freedom restoration laws and his opposition to same-sex marriage. Tellingly, after shrugging off concerns about inequality and discrimination, Jindal goes on to tout his pro-business record as governor and urges his fellow conservatives to join him to advance the cause of free enterprise. Because really, who cares about the rights of marginalized, oppressed people to be treated with dignity and humanity in their own communities as long as somebody's making money, right? Above the fruited plain, America, America. Walmart closings spark conspiracy theories. Several Walmart stores in the states of Florida, Texas, Oklahoma, and California were abruptly closed recently. Walmart says the stores were closed due to severe plumbing problems, but some internet conspiracy theorists suspect a far more sinister cause. Some speculate that the stores are being converted to feed and house Chinese troops, which are being prepared to invade the U.S. Others say the stores will serve as entry points to a massive subterranean network of tunnels constructed by the military. Personally, I think it's cute that some apparently find it necessary to imagine that Walmart is even more evil than it actually is. As for the plumbing excuse, only someone who has never been in a Walmart restroom would find that implausible. Christian preacher prays victims of Nepal earthquake will find Jesus. The recent earthquake in Nepal, which killed 2,500 people and injured thousands more, provoked a less than stirring response from some Christians, including preacher Tony Miano, who tweeted a prayer that quote-unquote pagan temples destroyed by the quake would not be rebuilt and that the people would repent and accept Christ. Yeah, sure, it's too bad about all the death and destruction, but if it gets a few of them to join my church... Tony, if you decide to travel to Nepal yourself, why not climb Mount Everest while you're there? There's a spot about 27,000 feet up called Rainbow Valley where you should visit and stay. The not-so-mysterious death of Freddie Gray. Earlier this month in Baltimore, 25-year-old Freddie Gray was arrested and placed in the back of a police van. When he arrived at a police station 30 minutes later, he was suffering from a severe spinal cord injury. Within an hour after being arrested, he was in a coma. Within a week, he was dead. Police reports indicate that Gray was arrested without force or incident and that he suffered a medical emergency during transport. But beyond that, nobody seems to know what the fuck happened. The thing is, the doctors who examined Gray said that his injuries were consistent with having been in a serious car accident. And the Baltimore Police Department has an ugly history of subjecting prisoners to so-called nickel rides, where they're placed unsecured into police vehicles and thrown about violently by intentionally reckless driving. And the Baltimore police do at least acknowledge that Gray was placed into the police van and was not secured with his seatbelt. So, maybe that's not what happened to him, but I'd say it's a pretty good fucking guess. Outrage over property damage, not decades of police brutality in Baltimore. Yeah, in the aftermath of Freddie Gray's death, thousands of people took to the streets of Baltimore, and yeah, there was some rioting and violence mixed in among the mostly peaceful protests. And of course, some of us watching those riots said things like, why are they destroying their own neighborhoods? What are they hoping to accomplish? And what did the owner of that CVS they burned down do to anybody? And through all of that, my question has been this: why are we more outraged at angry, desperate people throwing bricks and starting fires than we are at the circumstances that pushed them to that point? Because here's the truth. If those of us sitting in judgment over communities like West Baltimore cared as much about their lives and their human dignity as we pretend to care about their property, there would have been no riots in the first place. The hardest part is only picking 5. Catch you next time.